to live on your chin. Oh, yeah. This is the Going Deep Show.
It's time for reminiscing stories about when we were kids by living vicariously through our kids.
Exactly.
Right?
So his buddy does the classic, smell my fingers. And he's like, Dad, it's such a gross smell. That part of a woman's body is the most vile, disgusting smelling. And I'm thinking, just wait till you get older.
When you get older, man, you crave it like a goddamn burger or
You'll
some
be
roast
burying
beef.
your head in between those legs after you're 18.
Roast beeficles, you know? It's true.
So, yeah. So, funny shit that never changes, no matter.
It's true. I mean, when you think about those times and that's
Discovery.
Ooh, that smell.
It's a discovery, man. It's always that first, that first time, that first experience.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it is, and there's more to come. So as the conversation goes on with my kid and his girlfriend there, they're talking about toys. And I'm like, well, you do realize they sell them at Meijer and his girlfriend.
Did he not know?
Oh, no, my son knew because I showed him when we were looking at condoms, because I was explaining shit to him, giving him a real life lesson on what to expect. So he's, not making a big deal out of it. And his girlfriend's like, what? They sell what at Meijer? So I can only imagine the next time her and her friends are in Meijer checking shit out.
Well, I can tell you this right now. My former girlfriend, the Blondie, when we first got together years and years and years ago, we would get those vibrating cock rings.
Oh, yeah.
My God, I love those vibrating cock rings. They're the fucking best.
And you can take the little vibrator out and use it all on its own.
Yeah.
Put it back in. Yeah.
But the ones that we would get, I don't know if they were the ones they were baked in, because obviously Trojan or whichever brand is at the Walgreens or Meijer or whatever it is, they want to sell more of those things, so they're not going to make it easy for you. But you go to the Lover's Lanes of the world, you can get those ones with the little bullet that goes in, and you can swap it out and do all sorts of shit.
Use the bullet on your finger,
Yeah. It's good shit. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. At some point, like going back and hear these war stories, that's the best part about what we do on this podcast, I think, is like going back and hearing, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like J-Mac banged that girl on the Bishop's pool table. Well, I remember that.
Well, and that's the beauty of the month of March. Everybody has been inside and going stir crazy. Yeah. And boom, you got Mardi Gras. Yep. So thrown to the beads, a little bit of party, a little bit of pub crawl, everything going on.
There was a shit ton of people out last night.
Then you got St. Patrick's Day, the big drunk fest that we're known for here in this community, town. So they've got a little pub crawl going on for that.
Are you doing sleeveless? You going to do sleeveless?
I don't think I'm going to do sleeveless. I don't know. It depends on what happens. I have a feeling we might run into somebody, may or may not. I haven't heard yet. I did send them a thing on Hooters. They've got $19.99 all-you-can-eat wings on Tuesday.
This coming Tuesday?
Yeah.
What time are you going? I'm going. I want to
I'm
go.
thinking I might have to give up the gym that day and head over there, around 6 or so.
Because is this Fat Tuesday?
Yeah, Fat Tuesday.
That's why they're doing it?
That's why I got that king cake recipe over there.
The bankruptcy of the Hooters and stuff like that. Now, I have some stuff I want to tie in with all this because when I woke up this morning, one of the big headlines that came out was a story about, it said, "Men, can you stop complaining already?" Okay. Your reaction is the same as mine. I'm like, what are we complaining about, right? What is a guy complaining about? Okay, so it's this woman. It's a Wall Street Journal article, and there's a contradiction. Like immediately in the first two sentences. Okay, even it's like the subhead leading into it. Okay, I'm going to read this, and we're going to analyze just the headline of the.
All right.
Can white men finally stop complaining? So they narrow in on you and half of me. Okay.
I am a little bit black, just so you know.
Just your wang part.
From the waist down.
Just your dog parts.
That's why I like myself some chicken.
So is it when the brothers is half horse, right?
Well, they always say that it's the Irish, the black Irish in me.
Okay, so this sentence, we're going to analyze this sentence alone just to start this thing off, because I had so many things to say about it. This morning when I woke up, I was kind of like, I wish I was recording this. For 50 years, we've been hearing from men who feel threatened by the gains of women and minorities. Okay, so does that automatically assume men are in a power position there? I would say that kind of puts men in a power position.
It's kind of misleading, actually. It's like a bait and switch thing.
So then what I take it as. The second half of this says, now that the manosphere is in charge, the victim mentality has to go. So to me, if you can't kind of like say that men who are in the power position threatened by the gains of women and minorities here, and then say, now you're in charge. It doesn't make any sense.
That's really off balance. It's like a seesaw.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. Victim card. Listen, the only people talking about this kind of a story aren't the guys. We guys have been in charge since the fucking dawn of humanity. These stories are they're perpetuating this storyline that we aren't over here like saying, yeah, you guys do whatever the fuck you want. We're just going to stay doing the shit we do. You know what I mean? I got as soon as I saw it, I was just like, what the fuck?
Well, and let's face it, really a true male doesn't fucking give a shit.
We don't give a fuck.
It's like all this sensationalism, all this attention to stuff is some bitch, whiny, cry, guy that couldn't get a date on.
I have to cater to the femmies who might give me some pussy, but when they don't, it's fine. No, but I was just struck by this article as, okay, give me your examples. I did read the article, and I read it with a very, very not leaning one way or the other. But everybody knows I'm a fucking chest-thumping man. I like to fucking call bitches and stare at some titties and fucking look at some hot chicks. And I'm a guy's fucking guy, man. I like to do that shit.
Well, and I actually, again, had a little incident with the kid this week with school and one of his friends. And basically, the kid, the friend of his, can be kind of a bully. And I'm like, you know what? That goes back to there is a purpose for bullies. It's going to teach you one of a couple of different things. But... And you don't have to fight back. Just let the bully be a bully. And
I think it's a life lesson kind of a thing. I mean, okay, once you eliminate, I've said this many times, once you eliminate all this terrible things in the world, okay, we get rid of all the racists, we get rid of all of this, we get rid of all of that. They're coming for you. At some point, you being the innocent thing that you do that you find completely normal is going to offend somebody because they eliminated all the shit that they've got. We can't do that. What's next on the list? What's next on the list? Right?
Just don't take shit so seriously, people.
And here's the thing. Before I even read who wrote the article, I'm like, what fucking white chick wrote this article?
It wasn't.
It was a white chick. It was a white chick.
Really?
It was a white chick. I guess, I mean.
How old? I'm just curious.
61 maybe, somewhere in there.
Okay.
She's like some big, I'm not going to give her name out.
No.
Look it up. Look up the headline. Can white men finally stop complaining?
Did you share that one on our note thing?
No, but I will. I'll send it over to you. It's a good article. She does bring up some stuff that made you think a little bit. I went into the article thinking one thing, but overall, the biggest issue with any of this shit is, okay, women want to make some strides in life, right? And they have. They're fucking amazing. Show me the billionaires list, okay? Look up how many female billionaires there are, okay? And tell me how they made their money, or millionaires even, okay? So there's going to be some powerful women, some great women who created great things and did great stuff. There's also going to be a bunch of women who are millionaires because their rich fucking husbands divorced them and they made a bunch of fucking money.
They took half.
Okay. So there's those kind of things that piss me off immediately.
Once you get past the Kardashians and everything else, which is a fucked up situation, because let's face it, if they didn't look the way they do, they wouldn't have the attention the way it is.
That's exactly where I was going next too. Okay, women who are in strong power positions and want to like advance the woman's agenda and all this kind of stuff. I cannot agree with you more. I have daughters. I want them to be as powerful and do the best they can fucking do. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But the problem with it is they could be the good cops and you're going to have one shitty cop who's going to be a fucking shithead and make everybody else look bad. Women, you live in a world where women are selling their bodies on OnlyFans, whoring themselves out, being pretty giving when it comes to like what they're willing to do to gain money and power. I mean, we have a friend of ours right now fucking banging an old fucking motherfucker.
How is Grandpa?
Right.
But let's face it, on the flip side of things, I think the women, we also have some women we surround ourselves around that are very strong, very independent, very strong-willed. They will fuck you up in a minute.
Yeah.
And it's fucking attractive as all hell.
It is. And the thing about that is, for some reason, I always catch this vibe like they are either overcompensating for some stuff and they don't want to let their guard down. But when they do let their guard down, they become very genuine. And they become very, let's face it, women are way more endearing and nurturing, and guys, we're a bunch of heathens, man. We see something, it's a basic thing to like, whoa, look at that. Can't stop looking at that. It's like,
and we've talked about it too. It's fun when you could be with your partner and hang out, and she'll be like, hey, look at the tits on her.
Oh yeah,
that's
how Rachel and I we had a good conversation last night about everything, and I told her, I said, listen, I would be a fucking moron, straight up idiot, to ever ruin any relationship I had with her. Like, she's straight up my girl, man. There's it. That's all there is to it. Cool. She's just fucking, we just do shit together, and she's like the best of all worlds, man. She's like hanging out with dudes, scoping out chicks. And then I get to go have sex.
There you go.
With either her or whoever we bring in.
As long as it's not a dude.
No. Fuck.
Oh, come on. You're not at that level yet?
No, there will never be that level. No. Now, with that in mind, I'm going to show you something, okay? Do you know the name Hunter Schafer?
Local dude?
No, not a local dude at
Athlete?
all. No, famous person, Hunter Schafer. Everybody look her up.
Oh,
okay. I'm going to show you on the screen right now. I'm going to bring you up a picture, okay? And don't look up. I don't want to ruin. I don't want you to ruin this. He's over here like already fucking scoping it out and looking. I'm going to show you this picture.
Is this a trans?
And you're going to look at this chick and you're going to be like, what the mother flipping wobbity woo-boos is going on here?
This is a dude, isn't it?
What?
It's a trans dude, isn't it? I'm checking the Adam's apple.
Okay. What the fuck is this?
Don't fuck anything up when you flip the...
Exactly. I'm going to spin the damn thing, and it's going to be all fucking crazy. Okay, you caught me on is it a trans? Yeah, it is. But
I knew it.
She's fucking like, holy shit balls, fucking amazing. Like the titties on this thing. Good fucking God.
So she had a good doctor.
Oh, good doctor. God damn.
Good Dr. Skin, plastic surgeon.
Okay, I'm just going to spin this because then you can kind of catch what's going on here. Okay, like look at this. Look at this.
All right, over to the right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah. So here's the thing. You go to the bar, you see that. What are you going to do? You're going to be like, dang, I won't get with that. And then you're going to be like,
do you remember the movie?
Here's my balls.
Do you remember the movie The Crying Game?
Yes.
Oh God, that would be it. I fell in love with the person, not what they were born with.
Not their
the schwang.
Not their fucking 13-inch dong.
Oh God, does Hunter actually have a 13-inch dong?
I don't know. I do not know. I don't want to know.
Women would be like, damn, I'm all about that.
The thing is, she's a pretty decent looking woman. I'm shocked at this.
Do you remember when you see you get a dude that goes from being a dude to a woman, and a woman going to being a man, and they're still in a relationship, but they flip? There used to be cases.
That is a niche of a niche right there, man.
But I've seen cases of that out there.
Is that flipflop.com or something?
Yeah,
what the fuck website is that?
Yeah, no, I remember
shit.
That was a few years ago, but I remember seeing that. I'm like, so let me get this right. It's like, so you're both straight, really.
Yeah.
Just flip roles.
Well, I say that all the time. Like when they want to go tranny or go switcheroosies on it, all you'd have to do is go find the
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody's got a puzzle piece to fit in, you know what I mean?
And hey, if you're lucky enough to find your special someone, your little sparkle star.
So here's the question now.
4-leaf clover, go.
You seriously do meet that girl out at the bar.
Yeah.
And see that. Mm-hmm. You can't help but think that is a good, attractive woman.
Yeah.
And your natural instinct is to like look at that and go like, oh yeah, she's fucking hot.
So here's the thing, and again, this is maybe a generational thing. Looking at muscle and fitness and everything else growing up as a kid, there's nothing wrong with going, you know what, that dude's attractive. He's better looking than me, or he's more,
it's more inspirational kind of thing.
But it doesn't mean like I want to have him suck my dick and I don't want to fuck him.
Right.
But it's a respect thing, and that's the same way people that can look at other women and go, she's very attractive, doesn't mean you want to step out of your relationship either. Art is body is an art form, and people are cool and special, and it doesn't hurt to appreciate beauty in all forms.
Absolutely, man. The other story I wanted to bring up with you, the reason, again, women, you can have all these women who, like I said, were very powerful women and all these things, but there's that vulnerability about it. And the thing is, like you said, you got a bunch of bad players out there that are giving you a bad name. This story I read this week, man knocks up mom and daughter at the same time. Okay, like they're a couple that, yeah. So here I'm gonna play this.
So this is no different than
this is a real thing, right?
Sleeps with their college boyfriend and dad.
Yeah, watch this. Listen to this shit.
Mother and daughter sharing the same husband and baby daddy. It's such a beautiful thing.
It's not often that a mom and daughter are pregnant at the same time, let alone by the same man, but we wouldn't want things to be any other way. So when I found out that my mom was pregnant and by the same man as me, honestly, it was unexpected because, again, we weren't trying at all for a baby, but I don't think there was ever a moment in my mind where I was upset about it. It was pure joy and bliss for me, like to know that I get to carry a baby alongside the woman who birthed me, and that our baby's going to share that, DNA from the same man. And, he's been so supportive and sweet, and I couldn't imagine things any other way now.
I really crave the sweet and salty, and so anything from potato chips with ice cream to pizza drizzled with chocolate.
So is this? Wait a minute. Is this A-Rod and Mamacita? Did they?
Oh man,
I'm sorry, but I'm having flashbacks. So it almost sounds like it.
So again, these are women who are not in their right mind. If it's even real, it sounded very fucking hilariously fake.
But there is something serious here, because I can remember reading an article back in the day of a couple having a problem having a kid, and they turning to the mother of the daughter to do in vitro and to carry the baby for them. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't sex or hanky-panky, but then the daughter gets pregnant naturally. Okay. Yeah. So they've got two different kids coming, from different angles there. Same dad, same sperm donor. And shit happens.
I'll tell you this right now, okay? And this is an insight into how my life has been over the past couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months, if not longer. It was probably 3 weeks ago. Horatio and I get back to her place, and a buddy of mine who I just hung out with last night, she texts me and she says she's at Chet's, and I go. She's like, "Are you gonna go? You gonna go hang out with so and so?" And I'm like, "Sure." So I went. She stayed home with her girls, and then I walk over to Chet's, and my friend is there.
Cinnamon girl.
She's had a little bit too much to drink. She can't drive home. There's no driving home. So the bartender is like, "Hey, are you gonna make sure she gets home all right?" I'm like, I first ask her, I'm like, "Are you fine with me? I got a place a few blocks away. We can come there. We can sober up, do whatever." So, long story short, we wake up the next morning all in bed. Okay. Mm-hmm. So there has been 5 times maybe that's happened with
your current situation.
Yeah. So and it's kind of become this thing now where if I go and do anything, she's like, "Hey, see what you can
bring home." That's a flip of a switch.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way. The power usually is with your partner being the one in control of who you bring into the bedroom.
Yeah. It's been
so that you are a fucking alpha male.
It's been pretty interesting to be able to go and have the freedom to just go and shoot the shit and just do what normal guys do. What I've done for probably the last 4 years. And that's just figure out, what? I'm not going to let people dictate what I fucking do. I can do what I want, say what I want, go where I want. So that person that I hung out with last night, again, and she ended up dropping me off to Erasure's place after we were at the bar just drinking and having a good time. So no, I think there's a certain level of like in my brain, it's just this freedom. It's it's like the most relaxed. And I had the conversation with Erasure about it too. There's nothing I hide from her. I tell her literally everything.
And that's important. It really is. Mm-hmm. But again, there's a different maturity. And that's the thing coming into your golden age of being 50s. Mm-hmm. There's a different aspect and perspective towards life than what there was when you were in your 20s. There's still fucking going around. It's still, you know, the goal is to get laid, but there's a different aspect of it, a different appreciation of it.
Here's the thing. That night, we didn't fuck, but there was a lot of hanky-panky, a lot of like, a lot of extra you can do. There's a lot of shit you can do. A lot of
oral stuff.
There's a lot of shit you can do.
Toys brought out.
That's not, you know, off the, it's just fun. It's just a good time. And it's great.
And live in the moment.
Here's another example. We went out and got really freaking driggity drunk, like probably Saturday night or Sunday. I can't remember what fucking day it was. And I took a nap in the afternoon. So when I take a nap, I can't fall asleep. So we get back to the house. She's zonked. She's sawing logs in bed. I am up on Snap, and our friend, the bartender from Chet's, she FaceTimes me.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, I said, hey, the food you're always making is great. I said, you got any extras? She's like, yeah. She's like, come over and grab some chili and stuff. So I'm like, okay. So we're talking, I don't know, like almost like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I go over there. We're out in the garage just shooting this shit till like 3 a.m. in front of a space heater, just fucking having great conversation and just fucking awesome. Yeah. Rachel's back home chilling, sleeping, sawing logs, right? I'm like, all right, I'll see you later. I go back, hop in bed, wake up the next morning. I'm like, oh, I went and hung out with the bartender last night until it's like 3 a.m. It's just...
Yeah. Cool shit.
It's just, you just go do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's a nice thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have it any other way. Like, even if I catch signs of it even getting weird or anything like that, I'm like, no, listen, come on now.
Well,
it hasn't been that way with her. She's
I say
awesome.
this all the time, and I just, again, the greatest gift we give of anyone is our time. Yes. The moments we spend together are more important than what we do on the job, whatever, the monotony of the minutia of what we've got going on. It's the interactions. It's you and I doing this right here.
Love it, dude. It's great.
You and your other guest host doing it. It's who we hang out with. It's me, even like yesterday, sending a couple quick text messages to people like, hey, have a great day. Awesome. Nothing meant behind it other than know they, one of our friends I know is really fucking down right now. And it's like, I know that right there is going to pick her up.
I've been checking. Yeah, I've been checking in. I think the same person that you've been talking about.
Yeah.
Here.
Yep.
It's good to have those things. And here's the thing too. This goes back to what we were saying. I've been notoriously called out for being a pig on the show and having the man's agenda involved and all this and all that. Because I'm a guy. Okay, that doesn't mean I don't love the women in my life. I love them very much. In fact, that night after going over and grabbing the food and having a good conversation and we have some drinks and she's smoking and it's a whole cool vibe. I got to meet her daughter. Amazing artist, just killer freaking artist. Just really, really inspiration. So you when you do those things spontaneously, you always walk away with something that has made you better. So she gives me a bag full of stuff, and the next day I take it to work and I open it up, and I'm like just blown away. She wrapped up some fucking chicken wings, and she made chili, and she gave me a roll of saltine. I mean, she literally did what I was saying earlier. She was very nurturing. I care. Hey, here's how I'm going to show you that you're important, or somebody that I
that's
like.
Awesome.
And she gave it to me.
Now I'm jealous, but that's awesome.
The next day, Racer and I'm like, hey, we have to go and see her at Chet's because I have to thank her for doing what she did. And it's great. Yeah, you have to have that kind of stuff, and that's the kind of person that I want to be in my life, like. Always, and that's what it has to be. You got to do that shit and let people know that they mean something to you,
So, good buddy of mine, Deer Slayer, he doesn't live around here anymore. We lived together for 6 years, and when we were roomies, I got caught fucking around, and
men will do from time to time.
Yeah. So, but he's having the conversation, And this is how he explained it a little bit, and hopefully I say it the right way. So there's a good reason why men fuck around and should have more than one girlfriend in their life. Because we got to pick up the slack for other men in life. We got to pick up the slack for the guys that are gay. So that cuts down out there. We got to pick up the slack for guys that are ugly. We got to pick up for the guys that, might be a little bit overweight, maybe not self-confident.
There's some like autistic dudes out there that are still. So
we got to pick up for the slack. So sometimes some of us have to have extra testosterone, extra manliness, extra, to pick up for all this slack when it comes to it. And that's kind of what you do, because let's face it, not everybody can be the kid. And nor should everybody be the kid.
Don't
either.
Be me. Don't be me.
So it's only
taken a long time to build up this amount of assholiness and get past all that in order to determine that you should be nicer.
Well, it's like a lollipop, or the old lollipop. At the center of it, there's a sweet little man. So
who still is confused about Hunter Schafer?
Yes. Well, you know what? So let me get this right. What I hear you saying is, if you were on vacation and nobody else was around, you'd let him give you a handy.
Well, first, like you said, you're checking Adam's apple, and then you're checking bulginess.
So
what if they had the whole conversion going on?
I mean, I'll never forget, and God bless my stepfather, when the first time I was down in Pensacola, Florida, which is a Navy town. I mean, so you've got people getting rolled almost like being in New Orleans, because they have their own Mardi Gras, and supposedly they had Mardi Gras before New Orleans did. But he was like, look, you guys are going out to the bar tonight. You need to look at the Adam's apple. You need to check if they've got a scarf, anything, turtleneck. It's hotter. It's 70, 80 degrees outside. And they're in a turtleneck in a club. Don't go home with this person, because they will go home. They'll try to lure you back to a hotel, beat the shit out of you, and take your money. And they're right there. And that's
that would be the least of my worries, to be quite honest with you.
So, but it was,
you get attracted to somebody and they're a fucking dude, and they, like you said, if they have the same man versus man, as far as physicality, they can force you to do some shit, you know what I mean? But that's why you have to look for the little. I always go for the smaller. I like little girls. I like tiny little girls.
And most men aren't that little. Mm-hmm. I mean, to be trans, I mean, that's small.
Again, don't get me wrong. I've always been a fan of tall women. I've had women like when Hollywood would wear heels, she was like an inch or two taller than I was. Like this Hooters going into bankruptcy stuff. Okay, I think it does go back to what.
Emasculating?
Part of that article that I brought up earlier was the fact that we've kind of been told we can't be guys anymore because certain parts of society can't handle guys being guys or doing things that guys do and saying things that guys say, and I think I got a clip here of a guy who's kind of got it figured out. Okay, you're going to love this. This fits in before we switch over to what you want to bring up. You got to hear this. This is a great part of it.
Okay, so I've decided I'm looking for a husband. Now, hear me out. I'm looking for a straight man that would like to get married to another straight man. You can date any woman you want to. You can have many girls you want to. I don't care. I'll never bitch about it. I don't care. I just want a joint, 2-income household. Honestly, I'll remodel the house. I'll make it have 2 master bedrooms. I don't care. And as far as I'm concerned, you can have the master bedroom now. I'll remodel the house and then take it when it's done, because we'll have 2 incomes. We can afford it. A couple things would be nice. It'd be nice if you had a boat. That'd be cool. But if not, don't care. We'll buy one. You and I, buddy. You and I. Mm-hmm. We will buy one together. We'll have some nice shit. That's what we're going to do. Guess what? Holidays roll around. You don't have to buy me anything. Nothing. Not for my birthday. Not for Valentine's, Christmas. Nothing. Let's just go have a couple beers. Doesn't that sound nice? Doesn't that sound really, really nice? No bitching. No complaining. Holidays roll around. Let's go get a couple beers. Anything. You don't have a motorcycle? You could ride one of mine. I don't care. We'll go get you one. We can afford it. It'd be nice if you cleaned up around the house. That'd be cool. But you know what? Don't care. We can get a maid. We can afford it. We'll pay a little extra. Have her clean topless. Wouldn't that be nice? That'd be nice. Guess what? No bitching. Don't care. You won't care. I won't care. It should be nice. It'd be nice to have some nice things and not have to deal with all the shit that goes wrong with a normal marriage. I'm okay with that. I just want the tax benefits. I want the 2-income household and none of the problems that come along with marrying someone of the opposite sex. You can, like I said, date whoever you want to, as many as you want to. You bring him over, guess what? Pow, high five. Good for you. She's a pretty girl. Guess what? Pow, high five. She's an ugly girl. Don't kill. Don't care. Kill's a kill. That's the way it works.
Kill's a kill.
Don't care what you do. I don't. Stay out all night long. Drunk as shit. Don't care. Come home whenever you want to. Don't care. Don't come home. Don't care. Don't care. I'm not going to burn your stuff. I'm not going to get jealous. I'm not going to mess with anything. It's just going to be nice, isn't it? Now that you hear me out a little bit, doesn't that sound like, well, you know what? He's got a pretty damn good point. You want what? You want to wash car parts in the dishwasher? Don't give a shit. Don't care. I will understand. I'm like, you know what? They got to get clean. You got to put them on. It's got to be right before you put that motor back together. Guess what? I'll help you. You know what? I'll do the weed eating. You do the mowing, or vice versa. Don't care. Most of the time, I have to do all of it. All of it. Both as a man, we know we have to do all that shit. Guess what? We'll split it. We'll split it. Or we'll hire a lawn service. We can afford it now. Doesn't that sound nice? You're starting to come around to my side of this, aren't you? Anyways, very soon I got to get my affairs in order, and I'm going to be looking for a husband. So I'll put a post out there. Get with me.
I've got news for them. They still won't afford it because they're both being dead. But no, I remember that
clip.
That's
hilarious. Isn't it great? Oh my God.
That is aged
such a good
well.
one. Such a great
And he doesn't
clip.
even throw about, for the medical insurance.